was really funny. I said, "Oh, thank you, Amir Parsa," and I dropped and I said, "Damn you, Amir Parsa." But that's a good lesson that always try to make a decision based on your trade book and risk management. Don't really look into what other people in the chat room said. Turned out to be a really nice pop. It's just I got a really bad entry on that and I kind of got panicked. Alright guys, good morning everybody. Let's do the recap today. It was a really nice day. I wanted to sleep today, but I knew NVDA had the earning last night and it was gapping down, so I knew it's going to be a really volatile day. But what I didn't know is that it's going to be just NVDA is now up 2%. What I didn't know and I wasn't expecting is to NVDA to have such an amazing volatility. So stock was gapping down. Missed the earning for 15% revenue. Sorry, missed the revenue by 15%, which is a lot. Gap down 7% in the pre-market, but today it turned out to be very strong. I traded 1 minute opening range breakup. Yeah, popped up, and then I added on these pullbacks, popped up again. I didn't sell anything, unfortunately, and I got it stopped out. So that was the first stopped out. Came back up, I went long, added more, and eventually I sold all the way up to the previous day close. So it was a really choppy price action, but I did manage to be profitable on that trade. After that, I really didn't touch it because I just didn't like the price action. But as you see, just after that, around 9:53, it started ripping higher, and it's just unbelievable that now it's trading at 177. It's amazing, and I have a serious FOMO not being in there. The better trade on that was AMD, so I traded AMD as well. The semiconductors were really strong and active, even though QQQ was not moving. AMD was really running, so it was a really nice 5-minute opening range breakup, ABCD pattern. As you see, very beautiful 5-minute opening range breakup. So I went long very heavy. On AMD you can go heavier because the liquidity and the volatility is lower. So at 94.50 sold all the way up above 95, added a little bit more, but I got it stopped out after I saw that it really doesn't have enough momentum. It came, really held it. Brian tried to short it here, which I don't know why, but anyways, and after that it started running up again, all the way up to near 96. 95.80, I went long very heavy for a big scalp, and I scalped it for 20-30 cents, and I got out of it. And that's unfortunate that I got out of it, because now it's going to go to 97. I scalped this as soon as I got out. It's just ripped higher. This is unbelievable, this move on AMD. Tesla was my best trade, and that's exactly what it's going to do. Sold off. Tesla had the split, so from 900, it had the 3-to-1 split. Now it's trading at around $300. Really sold off at the open heavy, but I saw the a strength. I took a double bottom trade on it. So that was the first bottom. I put my risk here. I went long, tested again, I went long again, and then 5 minutes started making higher highs, and then ripped higher all the way up to the VWAP. I added one time at the previous day close, and I added another time here. It came down. I kind of knew it was going to go up. It's doing that, but it tested my break-even point, so I got out of it, and eventually now went up to 298. It's probably going to go to 300. So that was my best trade for the day. So Tesla was profitable, NVDA was profitable, and AMD was the most profitable. BABA and Plug were my losers. Plug was really bad, and I'm going to tell you what happened on Plug. So BABA was the breaking news that Amir Parsa mentioned that is ripping higher, and so I checked it out and I realized that wow, it's really running up. I jumped in there long, popped up, sold some, but most of my positions were still there, and then it suddenly dropped, and I got kind of panicked, and I got out with the loss. But it did continue going higher after that, which was really, I tried to, and the volume was amazing. There like 1 million shares volume came in. I don't know what was the news or something came out, but it was really funny. I said, "Oh, thank you, Amir Parsa," and I dropped and I said, "Damn you, Amir Parsa." But that's a good lesson that always try to make a decision based on your trade book and risk management. Don't really look into what other people in the chat room said. Turned out to be a really nice pop. It's just I got a really bad entry on that, and I kind of got panicked. Plug had the news this morning And that's my mistake on plug, to be honest with you. I trade based on outside of my trade book. I had a really nice news, I guess, a partnership with Amazon or something, ripped higher at the above the VWAP, and then it sold off in the first minute. I took it long. I don't know why it didn't really had the setup for 1 minute open range breakout. I have no idea. I took more like a FOMO trade, so I had no business going long here. So I got out of it here, and then it popped higher, and then I kind of anticipated a move opening range breakup, so I went long heavy at 31, popped up actually 50-60 cents. I don't know why I didn't scale out. I thought I was really waiting to get to the high of pre-market for a few minutes, and then I got stopped out, and that was a bad loss because I got a big position. And then I went long again. This one was also a bad trade that I didn't have any trade book. I don't know why I went long again, and I got stopped out. So that was two trades that I got stopped out on. It eventually turned out to be a mess. Brian shorted really nicely. He's going to mention that. Brian really shorted very nicely from the VWAP. And that was my trade. So Brian, I know you shorted plug from 31, 30.88.
Yeah, no, I got plug on the way up. I guess you didn't start to take profits on that pop, and I did. So yeah, I caught the initial pullback that happened at the open, and then I got in at 30.75, then got out at 31 and 31.40, and then it started to drop back, got out the rest, and then then I shorted it. It was it pulled down below the 9 moving average, and it kind of chopped around inside there for a while, and then I just thought it kept rejecting from the 9 moving average. So eventually it just, I took a short on it at 30.97, just under 31. And dropped down 30.40. And then I waited for to see if it would actually lose 30, and it eventually did. So got out of the rest at 29.97. So so that was, a good trade. And I actually had plug overnight. I bought it overnight and held it overnight. So I got a $4 pop on it from the over, I wish I knew, I could have said I knew it, but I didn't. Just lucked out on that long trade. So anyway, other than that, I scalped AMD, and then I traded Dollar Tree. Dollar Tree had a nice move. So I just took it. It when it popped through the VWAP there, and then it pulled back and retested the VWAP. That's when I got in. I've kind of seen that it's not really a trade book trade. So I kind of didn't follow any kind of trade book trade, but I've seen that pattern before where you get an aggressive move through the VWAP and then you get a bit of a pullback. And so I took it off took it right off the VWAP, and took it long. So I got about a $2 move on that.
Very nice.
So
the market is really strong
it was a
right now.
really good day.
That was a replay. Market is really strong. The move started at 950. I don't know what I don't know if there's any news or something. And it's unbelievable, 5% up. And again, we're all flat this morning. Look at that. Someone in the chat mentioned that AMD is going to go to 98. Unbelievable. This is just unbelievable. Be careful. Don't short it that easily, guys. This is a very, very strong stock. You don't get stuck on a short. It needs some time until you catch a reversal on that. NVDA as well. This was gapping down 5% and now up 3%. SPY up 1%. IWM is leading the charge now. It's 195.
And I have some IWM long on a swing trade as well.
Good. All right, guys, have a really amazing day. And so today is Thursday, mentorship session by John, Thor, and Ed. We're going to have that starting, I think John is having at 11, and then Ed is having at 4:30. He's going to do the earning as well. And then after that, Thor at 8 p.m. All right, guys, thank you so much. And let's see what Peter did. Peter, you shorted right at the open. I see that you do some rising devil. So Peter did the rising devil on Piton. Interesting. All right, guys, thank you so
Nice.
much, and all the best, guys. See you tomorrow in the chat room.
Cheers.
Have a crazy day.